Olá, boa tarde a todos. Muito obrigado pela presença de vocês. Para quem não me conhece, o meu nome é Natália Warga, eu trabalho na 3W International, uma empresa que representa mais de 50 escolas particulares americanas no Brasil. Eu trabalho do nosso escritório na matriz, na cidade de Los Angeles, na Califórnia. E hoje a gente está aqui para fazer, uma apresentação, um tour virtual, como se fosse um fan tour, da Archbishop Ryan, uma escola na Filadélfia. Tá? A gente vai iniciar a apresentação com um vídeo com os depoimentos dos estudantes na Ryan e o porquê eles escolheram a escola. A gente, em seguida, vai ter uma apresentação da Janet Dollar, que é a diretora dos programas internacionais das escolas católicas na Filadélfia. Janet é uma ex-aluna da Ryan School e trabalha muitos anos com educação internacional. Depois nós vamos ter um pequeno vídeo do tour pela escola, seguindo da apresentação da acomodação com a Erin Martinez, que é a diretora regional da Twin Palms, que é a empresa que gerencia o boarding e o programa de homestay da Archbishop Ryan. A Erin já morou no Brasil e conhece bem a família e a cultura brasileira. A gente vai depois finalizar com a Andrea Ciapone, que trabalha de São Paulo. Ela vai falar do processo de inscrição na escola. E depois a gente vai ter as perguntas e respostas. Nós vamos iniciar agora com o vídeo Why the Students Choose Ryan.
We're worth the Ryan education.
When you first walk into the doors of Archbishop Ryan, you feel welcome, you feel safe. We are a family.
The school is accepting no matter their race, gender, skin color.
Ryan's just a really loving, caring community, and we all want to see each other succeed.
I'd like to say we're winners at Ryan. You come to Ryan, you're a winner. Our sports teams are incredible. We have PCLs, we have championships, we have state championships, we have everything. But it's not just our sports team that are winners. Community service corps, the band members, stage crew, everything that we do great at Ryan.
I'm worth a Ryan education. There's something for everybody. I can feel the love and what everybody does. It's everywhere all the time, and it makes me inspired every single day.
Archbishop Ryan has been rated the top school in the Archdiocese for the arts. If you go and see a show at any other school, it does not compare to the shows at this school.
The arts program at Ryan is really advanced.
We were named the Performing Arts Center for the Archdiocese.
Ryan probably has one of the strongest music departments in the city.
Some students may not be into sports or be athletics students. Art enables them to express themselves through a different perspective.
No other high school offers 4 years in music, 4 years in art, a program for students with diagnosed learning disabilities, and a partnership with Holy Family University, whereby the student can earn dual credit for their classes. All of that is available here at Archbishop Ryan.
I'm worth the Ryan education.
So I'm on the swim team, and I consider everyone on the team my second family. We're just so comfortable, everyone gets along so well.
That's one of the things that I like here, is that it seems like everybody always finds their place.
We work hard, we're determined, and we want to win it for each other. It's all about the team.
It's like a bond you can't break.
I loved playing football here at Ryan, but I miss it. I think about it a lot. Just being on the field with all your brothers, there's nothing quite like it. I miss it.
We're worth the Ryan education.
So I think one of the most distinctive things about Archbishop Ryan is the dedication its faculty and staff has to the students and to the school.
Every single teacher that I've had makes me appreciate the subject and education more.
They're good role models because they show that they actually care about us.
Academics here is one of the biggest reasons that I came here.
The education is like no other school.
Members of the English department at Archbishop Ryan High School created a course, Digital Literacy, a brand new, revolutionary, cutting-edge course designed to help students understand how to use the internet properly.
I absolutely think that the technology here at Archbishop Ryan is cutting edge. We're always coming in with new programs. Like right now I use Google Classroom.
There's computers available all around the school, so we're never short of technology.
I'm worth a Ryan education.
These are some nice kids, some really smart kids. I know that no matter where they go, they're going to succeed, and they do.
The transition to college was kind of scary at first, but once classes actually started, I felt I was actually more prepared than the other students.
I think I became a better student here than I was in grade school, and I think hopefully that will translate into college.
AP courses allow you to receive college credits before you are even present in college.
I think that being at the college level is really preparing me for the future, so I can, further my education in college and be saving money and be more prepared.
With the things that I've learned here and everything that I've accomplished here, the sky's the limit. I could go anywhere.
I'm worth a Ryan education.
I believe Archbishop Ryan does a tremendous job of portraying its religious qualities and what we have to do as young Catholic men and women.
I feel like if I didn't choose Ryan, my faith wouldn't be as strong.
That was the most important thing to me here, the Catholic aspect of the school.
There's tons of opportunities here to express that and practice it.
I believe that in Catholic school, they have a sense of values, a sense of purpose. Those are the kind of values that we encourage here, and I think it just serves to make them better people when they're out in the world.
I am worth a Ryan education.
I've been in other schools, and I've never felt more safe than I've been at Ryan.
At Archbishop Ryan, I feel safe, encouraged, challenged, just good all around.
I'm worth a Ryan education.
When people think of school, they think of just learning, but Archbishop Ryan has so much more to offer than that.
Is Ryan worth it? Absolutely.
I couldn't see myself at any other school.
I encourage you to come to Archbishop Ryan because if you really have no idea where you're going to, just check it out.
Come to the many open houses that we have, or visitation days, or a shadow, or anything that you can come over and just check out the school and see if it's right for you.
We want people to be part of the Ryan family, and that means something to us, and it shows.
You're never going to come to Ryan and you're not going to be good at something. You're going to find something and you're going to be good at it and you're going to be a winner.
I'm worth a Ryan education.
I am worth the Ryan education.
We're worth the Ryan education.
Now we're gonna, Janet, now you're gonna do your presentation about the school.
Perfect. Well, first of all, I will try my hand at welcoming you all again. Boa tarde. I know I did not say that properly, but when you come to Philadelphia and you come to Archbishop Ryan, you can teach me Portuguese. Let's see if I can. Can I advance this? There we go. No? Let me try this. Not really sure why it's not letting me. If I could get some help just advancing the slides, that'd be great.
Sure, Janet. I'm gonna help you.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so a quick overview of everything that we offer in terms of our programs, in terms of our facilities, in terms of the people in the building, and in terms of our location. We can go to the next. There we go. Just a few things about Archbishop Ryan. It is a 54-year-old school that manages to reinvent itself each school year. This year especially, it's new. The vibrancy that you feel in the building, the programs that they've instituted, and the technology that they've integrated really makes it feel like a brand new school each and every year. It is co-ed. It is set on 35 beautiful acres in Philadelphia. We have an enrollment of 785 students, which makes us large enough to offer many programs and small enough to know you and your children. Okay. We are located in the city of Philadelphia, not in Center City, but in one of the outlying neighborhoods of Philadelphia. And Philadelphia is perfect for international students. It is halfway between New York City and Washington, D.C., which allows our students the opportunity to really experience the best that the U.S. has to offer here in the Northeast part of our country. The Northeast also has the strongest, highest concentration of excellent colleges within our entire nation. We are close to the University of Pennsylvania, we are close to Princeton, and even in the Philadelphia metropolitan area, there are over a dozen other fine, high-quality colleges, LaSalle, Villanova, Drexel University, just to name a few. Okay. As far as Philadelphia is concerned, it's the birthplace of the US. So we have our history here. It's a city that has wonderful neighborhoods to explore, and it is a city that's diverse. So our international students, whether they are right outside our back door or they venture into Center City, Philadelphia, you have a wealth of culture that awaits you. Okay. A little bit about our facilities. Our facilities are cutting edge, professional. That's what we mean by state of the art. We are one of the first schools to provide iMac labs for our musicians. We are one of the first schools to be able to take into each classroom a virtual reality lab that is for all of our students. We have a black box performance theater. And now we are a one-to-one learning environment, which means that every student who comes in is given a Chromebook, and that's what we use. That's the means that we use to provide our education. Okay. Our auditorium is professional level. It's an 1,800-seat auditorium, which is wonderful for our band, wonderful for our fine arts program, wonderful for our performing arts programs. It also allows us to bring, when COVID's not around, allows us to bring very exciting alumni back to talk to our students. It allows us to offer our students many, many different public speakers. Okay. As I said, with 785 students, it's one of the largest within our school system, and it provides the opportunity for our international students to meet a wide variety of local US students and to make what comes down to lifelong friendships. Okay. We do have cooperation with area universities. We have a dual enrollment program where college professors come into our building, and those professors come from Holy Family University. Our students are able, in addition to their AP courses, to earn college credits, both in grade 11 and grade 12, that they can transfer and take with them when they go on to four-year colleges. Over 16% of our students are accepted in high-ranking US schools. Over 10% of our students each year go into Ivy League universities.
Okay, great, Janet. I'm just gonna do a quick review here in Portuguese for our guests.
Go right ahead.
Just a second. Pessoal, olá, aqui é a Andrea. Eu sou representante da 3W aqui no Brasil. Muitos de vocês já me conhecem, a gente conversa bastante, outros não. De qualquer forma, eu fico aqui na cidade de São Paulo, dando suporte para todos os agentes e famílias interessadas. Então, sejam muito bem-vindos. Vou fazer aí um rápido resumo desses slides que a Janet passou, só para ficar super claro aí, para não ter nenhum probleminha com o inglês. Se vocês tiverem qualquer dúvida, pessoal, estou com o chat aqui aberto e pode ir perguntando, tá? Que a gente vai, no final, tirar todas as dúvidas de vocês. Então, um resuminho, a Ryan, ela está super bem localizada, né? Então, ela é aquela escola perfeita para o aluno que procura uma cidade grande, bem localizada, perto de Nova York, perto de Washington, D.C., uma escola relativamente grande até para os moldes de escola particular, como ela mesma mencionou, uma escola grande que oferece toda a infraestrutura de uma escola realmente desse porte, mas ainda assim com aquele perfil de escola pequena e familiar, onde todo mundo conhece todo mundo. Então isso é bem legal e a gente sabe que para o brasileiro isso é super importante para a nossa cultura, né? Esse acolhimento. E aqui ela estava dizendo aí, então, sobre essa preparação para a universidade. Ela é uma escola que tem algumas opções de matérias onde o aluno leva os créditos da escola para a universidade americana. Então, quando há interesse, né, em ir para a universidade depois do high school, essa escola é excelente, está perto aí de várias universidades renomadas, inclusive universidades Ivy League. Então, esse é um resumo desses últimos slides. Agora a Janet vai dar continuidade aí. Janet, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I can always answer any questions that our parents or students may have.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, you can advance that. Would be great. So some of the courses that are very distinctive both to Archbishop Ryan and allow our students to get the acceptance into high-level colleges. Some examples of those, in addition to dual enrollment, in addition to our AP courses, are our CAD labs, the computer-aided drafting and design. We have business courses, we have economic courses, and we also have programming courses, we have drone technologies, we have high-level information system courses that allows our students a cutting edge when they get into the college of their choice. Okay. Our curriculum also offers the opportunity for 13 AP courses in addition to the dual enrollment courses. So parents, think about this. Your son, your daughter can graduate Archbishop Ryan High School with 18 credits, 18 college credits. That is impressive. That is an entire semester of college that they will have when they go. It will allow your student to take advantage of internships or to graduate early on the university level. Okay. Next one. As I mentioned, the school stays new, stays fresh from new technology. Like I said, every student has a Chromebook. We have 3D printers for our STEM courses. We have cameras in every classroom so that if your student is home, the teacher is able to teach as though you are sitting there, and as a student, you don't ever have to miss a class. You can log on. You can become part of a virtual community. Okay. Equally important is the rest of the American high school experience. You have the opportunity to join 27 varsity sports, which are listed there. Everything from American football to your beloved European football, our soccer program. We have swimming, tennis, ice hockey, softball, baseball, basketball, 27 different sports for students to maintain their physical health and to learn to compete with one another in a healthy way. In addition, we have over 36 clubs and activities, which allows your student and students, it allows you to grow into leaders. Okay. All right, go to the next one. Our arts program is second to none. We have 16 piano stations in our iMac lab. We have a graphic design lab. We have a band center, an orchestra center with 4 separate practice rooms So students of all levels and every ability has the opportunity to develop their talents. Our black box theater allows students to take control of the production from start to finish. They can write it, they can produce it, they can direct, they can act, they can learn how to run every component of the theatrical experience. Our larger plays take place in the auditorium using industry standard equipment that they become familiar with on the high school level. Some of our graduates are currently attending the Art Institute of Philadelphia, the Savannah College of Art and Design, the Maryland Institute of Art. We've also had students who have been accepted into Wagner School of Design and to the New York Institute of Technology. So the foundation that our students receive here allows them to flourish on the next level. Okay. And again, our clubs run the full gamut of everybody's interests, from mock trial for those interested in law, to Model UN, to our future engineers, to our mathletes. Each of our clubs meet in our school day, and they then travel as a group to compete and participate in activities that are beyond our small neighborhood. So they have the best of both worlds. They have the best of a school community and how to represent that community on a larger level. Okay. Okay, and then finally, a list of our colleges, a list of the success, the qualitative success here, or the quantitative success of our students. The class of 2019, we graduated 290 seniors, 95% went to a 2 or 4 year college. Over $30 million in scholarships were awarded to our students, with the average student award $195,000. That's per student that then goes with them on the college level. And many of these opportunities are open to our international students. Archbishop Ryan has educated international students for 20 years. You will feel welcome. You will be in with students from the US, from other countries, and you will be made to not only welcome here, but you will flourish here. So I thank you, obrigado, for listening to me.
Thank you, Janet.
Eu vou fazer então agora que nem a Andrea, tá? Um resumo do que a Janet falou, né, em português. Então ela falou do enrollment. A Archbishop Ryan, ela aceita desde o estudante que quer ter a experiência de semestre, tá? E aprendeu inglês, até um estudante que quer fazer universidade nos Estados Unidos. Esse é o foco da escola, é preparar para a entrada nas universidades americanas. E o do enrollment já são matérias a nível universitário que o estudante tem a oportunidade de fazer durante o high school. Então, por que eles perguntam, por que os americanos vão para a escola particular? Porque eles já conseguem fazer, às vezes, um semestre de aulas na universidade. E vai dar, né, muito mais, ele pode já se formar antes, ou até vai dar muita mais flexibilidade para ele na universidade, né? O que ela falou também, que é muito importante, é tecnologia que a escola oferece, né? Eles têm um sistema de tablet, né, onde a maioria dos livros estão no tablet, as salas de aulas, né, contém muita tecnologia, o programa que eles utilizam também do IMEC, e hoje em dia todas as aulas são gravadas, isso deve ser aí até para o futuro. Se um dia o estudante faltar uma aula, ele tem a oportunidade de ter essa aula online, né? Uma outra vantagem de ser um high school de 700 alunos é a quantidade de esportes. Eles têm mais de 27 times, né? Aqui o esporte sempre é por temporada. Então, o estudante que vier fazer um ano tem a oportunidade de fazer 3 esportes durante aquele ano. Eles são extremamente competitivos, né? O programa de artes da escola é inigualável, né? Eles têm 4 anos. Você viu que eles têm aí um auditório para mais de 1.800 pessoas, né? E o importante disso é que eles têm a tecnologia, né? Que é usada no mundo artístico, tanto para produção quanto para filmagem. Eles têm, né, o black box para teatro. Então, o que é utilizado no profissional, a escola tem, e eles já vão ter acesso a isso durante o high school. A escola também tem vários clubes. Clubes são fundados pelos alunos e são orientados pelos professores. Então, dá muita oportunidade de liderança para os estudantes, né, o que é muito valorizado na entrada da universidade americana. E aqui ela está falando, né, no último slide, que aonde os alunos da Ryan foram aceitos, né? Desde as Ivy Leagues, desde as prestigiadas universidades americanas, o número de bolsa que eles conseguem. Às vezes a gente fala, né, a bolsa, o pessoal pensa só na bolsa de esporte, que é 100%, né? Essa, ela é mais rara, né? Mas existe muitos alunos que conseguem bolsas parciais na universidade, de 20% a 30%, devido ao desempenho acadêmico deles. Tá? Agora a gente vai passar um vídeo. Qualquer pergunta, por favor, vão fazendo no chat pra gente sobre a escola.
My name is Joe McFadden, and I'm the principal of Archbishop Ryan High School, and I've been a member of the Archbishop Ryan family for 16 years. In 50 years, we're proud of over 35,000 strong alumni, from astronauts who have been in space to various police officers, firefighters, doctors. The list of notable alumni goes on and on. One of the things that I think is so special about the Archbishop Ryan family is our sense of closeness, our sense of family. Whether it's in the classroom, whether it's in a sporting activity, or it's in a club, there's a bond that develops between our students, and there is a genuine sense of caring for one another.
Hello, my name is Pam McPeak. I am the Director of Admissions at Archbishop Ryan High School, and I'm just beginning my 9th year in this capacity at Archbishop Ryan. Archbishop Ryan High School is a very large school. There are many advantages to being a large high school. One is that we have many extracurricular and co-curricular activities that we can offer. Therefore, we can have our students afford the opportunity to be involved in the arts, music, athletics, and community service.
Hello, my name is Richard McGovern, and I'm the Residence Coordinator for Twin Palms here at Archbishop Ryan High School. I head up a group of more than 20 dedicated individuals whose only goal is making sure that your children have a safe, enjoyable, and successful experience here at Archbishop Ryan. We have had more than 200 Chinese students come through here in the last 4 years. Many of them have graduated and moved on to schools such as American University, Michigan State, Penn State, and many others.
As the principal of Archbishop Ryan High School, I want to thank you for the trust you've placed in us in sending your child here. We promise we will work hard day in and day out to prepare your child academically for the rigors of college, and also to provide them with a value-based education so that they're successful in the years to come. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you at graduation.
Ótimo, pessoal. Então, agora nós vamos para a parte da acomodação, né? Essa escola tem uma acomodação super vantajosa, um grande benefício aí. A acomodação é dentro do próprio campus da escola. E a gente sabe que a acomodação é sempre super importante, né? Faz parte aí do programa de high school. Então, essa parte será apresentada pela Erin e pela Megan. Erin, are you there?
I'm here. Hi,
Okay.
Andrea. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome, everyone. Thanks again for being here. My name's Erin, like Andrea and Natalia mentioned, and I run operations for Twin Palms. And like Natalia mentioned, I grew up in Brazil, so I'm always excited when we get to welcome Brazilian students into our program. And of course, we treat all our students with the same care and respect, but os brasileiros têm lugar especial no coração por causa disso. Hopefully that came out right. A little bit about Twin Palms.
Almost a Brazilian.
A little bit of, oh, all right. Thank you. A little bit about Twin Palms. We're a partner agency and sister company to 3W. So we service over 100 schools nationwide, providing dorm, homestay services to students. So we work very closely with 3W. I'm actually based in Los Angeles, just like Natalia. So our communication is very frequent. Sorry, I'm having a little audio. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, shows I have a poor connection, so I just wanted to make sure. So we work very closely with 3W. And so when parents have concerns or we work very closely to make sure that we can resolve things. And so that's kind of a unique partnership that Twin Palms and 3W has. In a moment, you'll hear from Megan, who's our Archbishop Ryan dorm coordinator, who manages the program. And she's been there since the inception of the program in 2013. But before she speaks, I just wanted to share briefly about Twin Palms and what we strive for our program to be like. We're really dedicated to providing our students with a comfortable and nurturing environment so that students can feel like they're a home away from home. Many of our staff, like me, we really know firsthand the experience of living abroad. So we really value the creating a welcoming environment for students. Students who do choose to board at Archbishop Ryan, and you'll see this in the slides to follow, but they're gonna find that our residential program is completely comprehensive. So we have professional staff in the dorms that are gonna assist with English needs, facilitate meetings, activities, act as problem solvers for the students, and offer additional support. So I trust that you'll see here, and when Megan shares, that the students are gonna find the dorm stay enlightening, motivating, and most of all, enjoyable. So go ahead, Megan.
Hi, thank you for joining today. My name is Megan Kadora, and I'm the residence coordinator at the dorm at Archbishop Ryan in Philadelphia. And like Erin said, I've been at the dorm since nearly the beginning, about 6.5 years now. So as you can see in this slide here, our dorm, we have 44 rooms available for students, and those can be single or double occupancy. And what's unique about our dorm as opposed to maybe like a college dorm or other dormitories is we have bathrooms that are connected to the rooms. And so 2 rooms are connected to 1 bathroom, and each room has a sink available inside the room. So students have that extra privacy with their bathrooms. And again, these can be single or double occupancy rooms. And our floors, we have 3 floors in the dorm. The first floor is the common area for students to commingle. And then the second floor is where our male students' rooms are. And the third floor is for the female students' rooms. And we keep all of that separated and carefully watch to make sure the students are staying safe and on the floors that they're supposed to be. But that first floor that I was talking about is our common area. As you can see in the pictures, we have students using the rec room. This is where kids can come together to study in one of our study rooms, either privately or with a small group of students. We have a larger study room available as well for tutoring and for larger groups to come and study. Sometimes students will bring friends from school over to work on group projects, and we encourage students to bring their American friends over to the dorm to relax and play video games or study. We also offer a dining room, which you'll see some slides later on, and that room is available. A lot of students like to go in there and study as well. The events and the life of the dorm, we have a professional chef on that comes in. He likes to talk with our students before he meal plans for the month and see what food they've enjoyed that he's made, or if there's something special that they'd like to eat. And if there's a holiday or anything coming up, he makes sure to make special meals for students to make them feel like they are at home. And like I said, we have the recreation room with there's a pool table, ping pong table, access for students to watch TV together and play video games. A lot of our students like to get together and play the sports video games with each other.
You'll notice the foosball table is waiting for the Brazilian students there, so.
They love it.
And then we also have access to the school's outdoor basketball courts, and since we are located right on the school's campus, they can easily go out to the back, and if there aren't any games or anything happening, they can play soccer out in front in our grassy area as well. As you can see in the slide below, some students playing soccer. In the top picture, you'll see we like to offer in the spring and in the fall opportunities for local colleges and universities to come and talk to our students about the international student application process. We like to do this usually about every other week, especially in the fall as seniors are getting ready and preparing for their college applications. And this is one of our large study room areas. It was a former chapel, and we use that for our large group gatherings. And you see we have a kitchenette for the students. I find teenagers like to eat a lot, so the dinner is often not enough, and they like to come together and cook together and eat second dinner later on around 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And we have a kitchenette where students can store their food, and refrigerators for them to store their own food. And you can see it was a student down here, a former student, James, who every weekend he would get together and bake. He really liked to bake, and he'd make cakes and things like that for his friends. But cooking is often an opportunity for students to come together and share what they miss about home and create that family atmosphere. Like Erin has said earlier, we like to think that the dorm is that home away from home for students while they are so far away from home. A lot of our students do become like family, and I know that some of our former students still keep in touch with me, and I know they still keep in touch with each other as well. And I think that's a great testament to that atmosphere that we try to create in the dorm. And another way we try to do that is by the staff that we hire. Our part-time staff, we like to hire from a diverse background. We have people who are teachers, people who are social workers, we have staff that work in film, and we have staff who have nursing backgrounds, just a wide variety of backgrounds so that we can offer a different experience for our students. And our staff will help tutor the students, they'll help them with their homework, Often some of our staff are sort of like an older brother or sister to some of the students, just to help guide them as they are in a different environment, and things might be like paying a phone bill is a little different here in America than it might be in Brazil, and our staff are always more than willing to help the students out with any questions and all that they need. And we do keep our dorm staffed 24/7 in case of any emergency or anything that might come up. And another safety feature that we offer is we try to keep monitoring of the students when they're coming in and out. When they go to school in the morning, everyone has to sign out and sign back in when they come back. If they're going out after school to there's a grocery supermarket about 5-10 minute walk away, and there's a gym and other shopping. A lot of kids after school like to go out, get some snacks and things like that. We have all the students sign in and out with our staff who monitors the door, the front door. And all the students have access to our phone numbers and contact us, let us know if they're going to be out later than they originally said. And we offer curfews our curfew on the weekend is 10 o'clock. So all the students, when they go out, they sign out, and we trust that they'll be back on time. And if they're not, then that is something we talk to them about, and they might lose that privilege later on. But the students are all very good, and the students are pretty good about keeping us up to date if they're running late, stuck in traffic, things like that. And again, we have that staff that can work with our students if they're having trouble in any classes, offering tutoring, offering help with homework, offering just to read a paper over for a student before they turn it in. So they have that opportunity to succeed.
Megan, real quick, I see a question. How far of a walk is the dorm from the school?
2 minutes, maybe.
There you go.
2 minutes tops. It's you walk out the door and you cross the parking lot and you're right there.
There you go. Paulo, does that answer your question? I think so.
We've had students who've lived in homestay before they've come to the dorm, and they talk about how they like living in the dorm better because they can sleep in a little bit longer before they go to school. And another great opportunity is because we're so close to the school, on Saturdays during SATs, the SATs are being held at the school, and students can just wake up and walk right over to the school to take their SATs. Yeah. So life in the dorm, our students are usually pretty active with things at school activities, going to dances, attending sporting events at school, and going to musicals and plays and things like that at the school as well. Within the dorm, we offer things like monthly craft nights. As you can see, there's Halloween coming up. We offer things like pumpkin carving and things like that to give them that full American experience. And as we take dorm trips together, we let the students help us decide where they'd like to go. If they'd like to go, a couple years ago, we had some students want to go to Medieval Times, which is a dinner theater experience. And they helped plan the trip, and we took them to Baltimore and had a great time watching that dinner theater experience. and eating turkey legs with our hands. And we offer, for those students who don't get to go back home for holidays, we offer things like Thanksgiving meals to give them that Thanksgiving experience. We have Christmas meals if students are staying over the Christmas break. We'll take them out to see Christmas lights and things like that. And outlet mall shoppings are pretty close by as well. So living at the dorm in Philadelphia, it's pretty close to get into the city and experience that city life when students have time off. It's only about a 20 to 30 minute trip down to the city center area, and that's a bonus to being able to live in the dorm and have easy access to public transportation and getting into the city and seeing a little bit more than just school books and things like that. And our students do like to take part in that.
I just wanted to add one last thing, and that's that we do also offer, right now, today we're highlighting the dorm package. We also offer a homestay option, which is different, but we're currently offering that. We do also offer it, but Twin Palms does do that as well. Thanks, Megan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Erin. I'm going to do an overview em português. Então, eu vou falar um pouquinho, né, do que a Erin e a Mega falaram dos dorms. Então, a escola, né, como a Erin falou, ela tem a opção de boarding e a opção de casa de família, tá? A gente está oferecendo para os estudantes brasileiros o boarding. Como ela falou, né, uma das poucas boarding schools que oferecem quarto individual ou quarto duplo, tá? Para o estudante que se inscrever até dezembro, a gente oferece essa opção de quarto individual e tendo o banheiro privativo, né? Que é uma grande vantagem que a cultura brasileira gosta. Tá? Então, o que ela falou, uma das outras vantagens do boarding que a gente percebe, ela ter esse suporte. Você viu? Ela falou, ela tem as pessoas que trabalham no board são professores, são enfermeiros, são pessoas qualificadas para dar o suporte para os estudantes. Então, eles ajudam com a lição de casa, eles ajudam com as tarefas, com as aulas. Então, eles têm um suporte a mais, tá? Fora isso, eles têm um personal chef, né? Então, na verdade, a gente sabe que quando o estudante ele vem, ele sempre tem uma adaptação à comida americana, que é diferente. No boarding, esse chefe, ele vai dar também, tentar introduzir algumas comidas típicas brasileiras, ou ter, vamos dizer, o arroz, ter mais fruta, a gente, né, às vezes a cultura brasileira está acostumada a ter proteína, então ele vai tentar, né, para ele não auxiliar na parte da comida também, né. O board oferece bastante, algumas atividades no final de semana, ela falou, né, algumas viagens pela região, Baltimore, perto de Washington, D.C., que ela mencionou. Então, cada ano, eles verificam quais são os interesses dos alunos, para onde que eles querem ir, o que eles querem fazer. Então, eles organizam essas viagens. Os estudantes, durante o final de semana, têm a oportunidade de ir para o centro de Filadélfia. Como ela mencionou, tem o transporte público perto do boarding, que é 25 minutos, né? Então, eles vão com frequência, eles têm supervisão 24 horas, 7 dias por semana, eles sempre têm horário para ir, para voltar. E a gente sempre fala que, né, faz parte da experiência eles explorarem a cidade. Outra coisa que ela falou também do board em si, do prédio, né? Então, o primeiro andar é o lugar comum dos alunos, onde tem o refeitório, onde tem a sala de televisão, as salas de estudos, e aí eles têm um andar só de meninos, né, e um andar só das meninas, e então né, para ter um ambiente seguro. Uma outra vantagem que vocês viram ali também do dorm é que a Archbishop Ryan, o dorm, eles trazem universidades, então os estudantes têm a oportunidade de conversar com admissions, né, deles, o que eles procuram, o que eles têm que colocar no application, o que eles precisam, né, adicionar no currículo deles estudantil. Então, suportes extras que fora a escola tem, eles vão ter também no dorme da Twin Palms, da escola. Então, eu acho que, né, se vocês tiverem mais dúvidas, mais perguntas, para Janet, para Erin, para Megan, para Andrea ou eu.
Ótimo, obrigada, Natália. Bom, pessoal, vou passar rapidamente com vocês como funciona o processo operacional, né? Então, chegou aquela parte que a gente tanto espera, o aluno quer se matricular, o que a gente faz agora, né? Então, eu vou passar um pouquinho para vocês como que funciona esse passo a passo do application, que não muda muito em relação a outras escolas nossas, tá? Então, vamos lá. O processo da 3W, como muitos de vocês já sabem, ele é feito em 2 etapas, tá? Então, a gente faz primeiro a parte do processo de aceitação e depois a gente faz o application completo quando o aluno já foi aceito pela escola, tá? Então, inicialmente, a gente pega alguns documentos que são realmente obrigatórios para que a gente possa avaliar o currículo desse aluno, tá? Então, o processo de aceitação, o que ele inclui? Nós temos um pré-application, ele tem 7 páginas. Então, esse pré-application, ele inclui 2 páginas de dados pessoais do aluno, inclusive dados aí médicos, mas sem assinatura de médico ainda, realmente só para a gente conhecer o perfil desse aluno. Nós temos uma carta de intenção, aquela carta em inglês que o aluno faz, né, explicando por que ele quer fazer o high school, quais são os objetivos dele, contando um pouquinho dele, né? E nós temos os questionários dos professores de inglês e de matemática aqui do Brasil, questionários de recomendação, onde os professores vão dizer quão participativos esses alunos são, engajados, o nível de inglês, enfim, aí a perspectiva, né, da escola em relação a esse aluno. A gente precisa do histórico escolar dos últimos 3 anos, com uma tradução simples, então a gente precisa do histórico escolar original e a tradução, né? Tradução as notas de números para letras, né? Já que nos Estados Unidos eles usam letras, então fica fácil da escola entender o histórico escolar desse aluno. O ELTS, né? Que é um teste de inglês que é feito na agência ou qualquer outro teste que o aluno já tenha. Então, de repente, o aluno já tem um Cambridge, já tem um TOEFL, a gente pode utilizar também. É importante salientar que a gente não tem nota mínima no ELTS, tá? Então, não tem problema se de repente o aluno tirou uma pontuação um pouco mais baixa, a gente avalia o currículo do aluno como um todo. Então, uma nota mais baixa no ELTS não o elimina, tá? E, por fim, a gente faz uma entrevista por Skype em inglês com esse aluno, né? Quem faz é uma pessoa específica da 3W. Geralmente, quando a gente fala da entrevista, eles ficam apavorados. É um momento que eles falam, meu Deus, eu vou falar inglês, eu não sei falar. Mas eles sempre sabem, eles sempre saem super bem na entrevista. E é bem tranquilo, é um bate-papo, é a escola realmente querendo conhecer o aluno, tá? Feito isso, que leva geralmente uns 7 dias, a gente parte para a segunda etapa, onde a gente recebe a carta de aceite desse aluno e o application da escola, que tende a ser online, tá? A partir aí do próximo ano. Então, a gente recebendo a carta de aceite, a gente também dá acesso ao application online da escola. Também a gente leva aí uns 7 dias para receber essa carta de aceite. A partir do momento que o aluno entregou todo esses documentos aí do primeiro passo, uns 7 dias mais ou menos, só para vocês saberem o prazo também, tá? A terceira etapa é a etapa do application e do visto, tá? Então, como é que a gente tem feito? A gente tem agendado um call operacional com todos os agentes para passar todas as páginas do application com vocês, tá? Então, feito isso aí, a gente enviando a carta de aceite, enviando o acesso ao application, a gente já agenda esse call operacional. Então, eu passo com vocês todas as páginas do application para a gente sanar todas as dúvidas nesse momento. Tá? Aí o aluno faz o preenchimento de toda a documentação e é aqui que entra vacina, entra a parte aí de formulários médicos, então é aquela parte um pouco mais extensa do application, tá? E com esse documento, né, com todo esse application, a escola faz a emissão do I-20, né, que é o documento necessário para tirar o visto de estudante, o visto F1. Então esse processo aí costuma levar cerca de 30 dias, né, para o preenchimento total aí do application, tá? E a última etapa é a parte gostosa, é receber os vouchers, né? A gente envia todos os vouchers no máximo 4 semanas antes do embarque, né? Nesse caso aqui é uma boarding school, então é bem tranquilo, a gente já enviou a carta de aceite, o I-20, e então o aluno já está com tudo em mãos, e o embarque, tá? O embarque se dá ali em meados de agosto, então essa parte aí final é a melhor parte, né, do high school inteiro. Então, o processo operacional, ele acontece nessas 2 etapas, é super tranquilo, e a gente está sempre aí ajudando, tanto eu quanto a Natália, sempre ajudando em toda a documentação, tirando dúvidas do application, marcando quantos calls forem necessários para ajudá-los, certo? Pessoal, momento aí de dúvidas, perguntas, eu já recebi algumas perguntas aqui no chat, direto para mim. Então, eu vou ler para vocês em português e vou traduzir para elas, tá? Janet, I have a couple of questions, Erin and Megan too. So, I'm going to read in Portuguese and I'm going to translate for you girls. Ok? So, bom, primeira pergunta é sobre os clubs, tá? Da escola, como que funcionam os horários. So, Janet, they are asking about the clubs. How does it work? The schedule? Do they need to have an interview to enroll in the club?
No, the clubs will have, they will make announcements when they are going to meet. They meet at the end of the school day. Sometimes they will do it within the school day, and the student is able to join however many they can fit in their schedule, and they are able to do it based on whatever their interests are.
Okay,
great. Janet, may I add something?
Sure.
We had a student about 5 years ago who wanted to start. He saw that there wasn't a table tennis club, and he really wanted to start a table tennis club. So we helped work with him in the school to get that, and he was able to set up his own club. And that table tennis club is still thriving to this day. And he was able to start that club that he saw was not at school that he wanted. So
yeah. So to follow up on Megan, there are many that are already in existence, and if a student sees something else, they are free to gather others who feel the same way.
Perfect. Então, pessoal, a gente perguntou aqui dos clubs, né? A Janet explicou que os clubs acontecem no final do dia, alguns durante ali o horário de aula. O aluno pode se inscrever em quantos clubs ele quiser, desde que ele consiga encaixar aí na grade curricular dele, né? E a Megan comentou que anos atrás um aluno tinha interesse aí no clube de tênis, não tinha clube de tênis, então ele fundou o próprio clube. Então, isso é bem bacana também, tá? Os nossos alunos, eles adoram, na verdade, a escola adora quando os alunos fundam o próprio clube, né? É super bem visto, inclusive, pelas universidades. E então, qualquer aluno aí interessado em qualquer tópico pode fundar o próprio clube, tá? Temos aqui mais uma pergunta do Paulo sobre a situação do COVID. So, Janet, we have a question here about what's the current situation related to COVID in the city and state?
Oh, I'm glad they asked. So right now, our students attend a hybrid program. So our students attend 2 days 1 week, 3 days the other. Do you want me to keep going?
Yes.
Or do you want to, okay. While you are in school, our desks are compliant with government recommendations for health. Students are wearing masks. They are 6 feet apart. And they follow very strict protocols in walking throughout the buildings. Now, while half of us are in class, the other half are home with virtual learning, not online. The class is being filmed. Every classroom has a camera. So it is a Zoom meeting similar to this, where half of you are home, the other half of you are in the building. It is working out quite well, and our students feel that they get to know one another through the group assignments that are given. They use their Chromebooks They use Schoology, which is a national well-ranked program that incorporates the best of Google Classrooms, the best of Google Docs, and then takes it to the new level because you are able to see and hear what goes on in the classroom while you sit at home. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to add on regarding the dorm. Well, I'll let people ask. They might have questions related to school, and then I figured I would address dorm protocol.
No, you can go ahead.
Do a briefing em português, what Janet said. Então,
Sure.
a gente falou que a Archbishop Ryan está tendo aula que ele chama aqui Hybrid Class, que é metade presencial e metade em casa. Então, para dividir o número de alunos, né, eles estão em 6 feet, né, da distância recomendada. Eles têm uma série de protocolos, tá? Todos os estudantes têm que usar máscara durante os corredores, durante as áreas que tem mais gente, né? E essas aulas são aulas virtuais. Na verdade, é como se fossem, ela falou, né? Como se fosse esse Zoom, esse meeting, onde os alunos têm que estar, né? No horário com os professores, em tempo real, para tirar dúvida ou não. Eles têm usado a tecnologia, né, do Google Chrome, que é uma das melhores tecnologias para a educação que eles têm, e está funcionando, como diz ela, bem, os alunos estão indo bem, né? Então, a Archbishop Ryan já tinha aulas online, então esse processo foi muito mais tranquilo, tá? A Erin vai agora também passar mais alguns detalhes sobre isso.
Yeah, I saw the question. He also was asking, so, and Janet and Megan, since you're there in the city, feel free to, you probably have also more local information, but I know Paul was asking the situation with COVID also within the city and state. I know that there's about 5 million, I think, population-wise in Philadelphia. Archbishop Ryan's outside of that. So just to get a perspective, within a population of 5 million, I was just looking up there about 2,000, within the past 2 weeks, about 2,000 cases. So thinking about the population. That said, Archbishop Ryan is removed from the city, which is in favor during a pandemic, which is great. And again, Megan and Janet, Janet and Megan, if you guys have more specific related to local. I will say, sometimes the way news travels, maybe they show the worst cases or the best cases. Mm-hmm. Overall, I think it's become part of the culture to wear masks. So everyone's pretty, I know sometimes we get glimpses of people that are, that won't wear it, but overall everyone's very, I think, compliant. Would you say the same locally, Megan and Janet? Okay.
Yes.
With wearing masks in the city and state, you have to wear masks to go into any store, basically, any public area. So regarding those precautions, businesses, in order for them to have reopened, they had to meet certain criteria. And Janet, Megan, you might be able to speak, but I know in LA, they had to stay at a certain number of no new cases in order to, reopen, and they had very strict cleaning protocols. So I know that Philadelphia has very similar.
Probably even more strict than California, believe it or not. The positivity rate has to stay low. Businesses and educational institutions have to, you must limit the amount of people in any place to, day in and day out. The ventilation systems, as you mentioned, the sanitation of the buildings, everything had to be done in accordance to protocols to keep all of us safe. Us, our students, our faculty. We have had a successful beginning of the school year, and most importantly, our learning has stayed on par because of the type of hybrid model that we instituted. We we did every single building, every single classroom with the cameras to enable us to open with a whole new set of eyes.
Yeah, and obviously this is something that's still ongoing, so we can even send resources as it's time, as time moves on, we can even send resources to track just cases locally and numbers. Regarding dorm operations, we actually, over the spring semester, just for safety reasons, we actually closed the dorm because of the environment. And so for another dorm, the protocol that we put in place, which would be the same protocol that we put in place for Ryan, would be daily cleaning. We ordered professional kind of grade cleaning, approved antibacterial cleaning. And so staff and students had to kind of wipe down their areas. Staff did much more cleaning of the larger areas, monitoring of the rec rooms, not to exceed, a certain number, maintaining distance, and also wearing a mask.
And limiting
depending on the sharing space. Right, from the outside. Also, and once a staff member checked in, and limiting, we weren't allowing for a while, just for example, students to go to high risk areas like New York. So we were just monitoring where students were going. We also ordered thermometers, so if we needed to do temperature checks, and staff had certain protocol for when they started their shift, with, of course, hand washing, just the basics that we all know, prevent it. So it's definitely something we take seriously, and we do have protocol in place to address it. So including meals, depending on the number of students, having 2 different shifts. But again, we do have protocol in place to address that. So hopefully that answered your question regarding.
Yeah, perfect, Rose. Então elas até complementaram aí, né, com todos os protocolos da acomodação também, a limpeza diária, estão impedindo que pessoas de fora entrem nos dormitórios por enquanto, né, e até evitando que os alunos vão para áreas aí com maior risco, mas ali Filadélfia está bem tranquilo, né? Natália, pelo que eu peguei os números, 4 milhões de habitantes e 2 mil casos, foi isso? Você pegou esse número? Foi, né?
Isso que a Erin falou.
Correct. In the past 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2,300 cases. In the past 2 weeks.
Nas últimas 2 semanas, ótimo.
Yes.
Em ordem para as escolas abrirem e ter essas aulas hybrid mesmo, né, parte presencial, os números de casos na cidade tem que estar abaixo, né, de um criterioso deles, vamos dizer, alguns estados abriram, outros não, né, então aqui nos Estados Unidos tem regiões que as escolas estão abertas e outras não. Então, Filadélfia está com os casos, né, moderados, por isso que eles estão tendo as aulas presenciais, né, e com uma série de procedimentos, né, tanto no boarding quanto na escola, de limpeza, o número de pessoas que entra e sai das escolas. Em geral, agora é só os alunos, nem os pais podem entrar, só com hora marcada, limpeza diária, eles mudam o filtro dos ar-condicionados com frequência. Então, como, né, a Janet falou no início, para a segurança dos alunos, dos professores e de todos os funcionários. Esse é o principal, né? A segurança de todo mundo.
Exatamente. Bom, continuando aqui com as perguntas, recebi uma pergunta aqui do horário das aulas. Janet, what are the school hours?
School day begins at roughly 8 a.m. and ends at 2:30 p.m. And that's when the clubs and activities begin. And most of those end somewhere by 4 or 5 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
Ok, perfeito. Então, o horário das aulas é das 8 da manhã até as 2h30, mais ou menos, 2h30 da tarde. E aí, quando os alunos ficam um pouquinho mais na escola para alguma atividade extracurricular, os clubes, e costumam deixar aí o campus por volta o campus não, né? Ali, a parte aí da escola, às 4h da tarde. I have a question here about New York. E tem uma pergunta aqui sobre Nova York. Os estudantes podem ir para Nova York? Are the students allowed to go to New York?
Yeah,
yeah, because that's a question more for Erin and
yeah, I guess. Yeah, Erin.
Yeah, and Megan, feel free. So we do have travel forms, and typically they need to be accompanied by an adult, which we consider 25 years or older. That travel form should be signed and approved. The trip should be approved by the natural parent. So that's something that we communicate with 3W on. And so I know that Natalia and Andrea, you're really familiar with those. So before there is an approved trip, there is protocol in place, and it has to be approved. So, and we have to make sure it's safe. So right now, because of COVID, we are really being strict with what we approve for travel. So it would be, again, unless it's some family emergency or something like that, we right now, because of the pandemic, most likely we would not allow a trip to New York. So we want to be reasonable with that, especially because it also increases, it also poses a risk for the students that don't go to New York when a student returns, and in that community. So, but yeah, we do have protocol. Trips are allowed, but they do have to be with an adult.
Okay.
Or someone that can serve as a guardian during that trip.
Perfect. Então, é claro, pensando num cenário aí sem coronavírus, né, os estudantes podem sim ir para Nova York, eles podem viajar, existe um formulário que eles têm que preencher, esse formulário, inclusive, tem que ter autorização dos pais aqui do Brasil, e para essas cidades maiores, eles precisam sempre estar acompanhados de um adulto, tá? Mas é sempre possível fazer essas viagens. E aí, uma última pergunta que eu tenho aqui é sobre os breaks, né? O que acontece aí com o aluno durante os breaks? So, Erin, Megan, can the students stay in the dorms during breaks? How does it work?
Yes, yeah, we do staff the dorms during breaks like Christmas break, spring break, and the Thanksgiving break. So the longer school breaks, they are allowed to stay at the dorm.
Great, but do you offer trips as well if the student wants to travel or not?
Yeah, usually we'll offer a trip like around Thanksgiving or Christmas. Students like to go to the outlet malls, so we can drive them out to the outlet malls, which are about 45 minutes outside of the city. We offer trips to go, like last year we took everyone to the zoo in December to see the Christmas lights at the zoo. We offer trips to museums and other local historic attractions and things like that as well.
To clarify the summer break. Oh, sorry. I would say it is a 10-month program. So, within the school year, during those breaks, of course, students can stay. We're 24/7. But it is a 10-month program, so during the summertime, the dorm is closed, just to clarify that.
Só para passar em português o que a Megan e a Erin falaram, acho que uma das grandes outras vantagens da Archbishop Ryan, do programa boarding, é que os estudantes podem ficar durante os breaks, né? A gente sabe que tem outras escolas que eles têm que realmente sair, têm que viajar ou voltar para casa, fazer outros planos. Então, na Archbishop Ryan, eles podem ficar e eles organizam viagens locais pela região da Filadélfia, né? Isso que a Megan estava falando. E a Erin falou que é um programa, né? O ano acadêmico americano são 10 meses, né? Vai de meados de agosto até o final de maio, começo de junho. Nas férias de verão, realmente eles têm que voltar para o Brasil ou ter outros planos.
É isso, sem mais perguntas. Pessoal, se vocês tiverem mais alguma dúvida, pode mandar aqui no chat, mas por enquanto é isso.
Muito obrigado. Thank you, Janet, thank you, Aaron, Megan, and everybody for participating. And any other questions, please feel free to contact me and Andrea.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Obrigada a todo mundo aí por ter participado. Espero que tenha sido esclarecedor. E eu e a Natália sempre estamos à disposição para ajudá-los em tudo. Muito obrigada e boa noite a todos. Thank you, Erin, Janet, Megan. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.